What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another movie review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. Today I'm going to be reviewing the newest film coming from Warner Brothers this week and also coming out on HBO Max. That movie is Reminiscence. Directed, written, and produced by Lisa Joy from Westworld in her directorial debut, and the cast of this movie includes Hugh Jackman, Thandie Newton, and Rebecca Ferguson. Nick Bannister, a private investigator of the mind, navigates the alluring world of the past when his life is changed by a new client, May. A simple case becomes an obsession after she disappears and he fights to learn the truth about her. Now, from time to time, I usually love films that really go for the mind and that take the risks that is needed and not go the blockbuster sort of genre route, and it seemed like Reminiscence would be that movie. When I saw the trailer for this movie, it kind of gave me the vibes of Blade Runner, in all honesty, the 1982 classic, and also a little bit of a Nolan movie flair vibe. And you obviously know Jonathan Nolan is one of the producers of this movie, Christopher Nolan's brother. Reminiscence, all I have to say is that this is probably the most boring movie that I have watched all year, or one of the most boring movies I've watched this year. This movie had a really interesting concept, and it seemed like it could really exceed that concept. But for me personally, watching this movie, I felt like it missed the mark completely, and there are issues to discuss. The performances in this movie from this star-studded cast definitely kept my interest to watching the performances, especially with Hugh Jackman, who is my favorite actor working today. Whenever Hugh Jackman takes on a role that is electric like Logan or Prisoners or even The Greatest Showman, I think Hugh Jackman knows how to keep the audience attention on the screen. Thandie Newton as well, very underrated actress. She also gives a really good performance in here as a co-worker to Hugh Jackman. But really, the show stealer in here is Rebecca Ferguson, who I think is a really good talent in here. Her chemistry with Hugh Jackman was off the chains, and I think her performance in here definitely gave this movie extra light and more depth and more interest just watching it. It was just the saving grace I think I needed is Rebecca Ferguson and Hugh Jackman. The cinematography in this movie looks gorgeous, especially since Lisa Joy, the director of this movie, is the executive producer of Westworld. Now, I have not seen Westworld, the TV show. I've heard nothing but great things about it. And I hear the cinematography in that show is excellent, and the cinematography in Reminiscence is really powerful. This world gave me vibes of Inception meets Blade Runner. Just the water in the town and the city, just it looks like a futuristic world that could possibly happen. Now, obviously, the concept of going into people's minds has been done before, but the way they do it in here is very intriguing for some parts. I really like that it's a concept of obsession. Like, Hugh Jackman is obsessed with this woman and just wants to find every memory possible. She goes missing, and he's trying to find her. Where does this movie fall flat all around? It's the third act and the second act. Where this movie goes, the direction it goes, it's very boring, and the messages it's trying to portray. And it just does it in an expository way, which I cannot stand. And it feels like I'm reading a book on the exposition of explaining this concept. And I really don't feel like I needed that. Like, it shouldn't take that much explaining to understand what's going on. I was very confused watching this movie and just felt like the tone was so dull. And just the tone of this movie just felt very Blade Runner-ish, and I'm not really a fan of the first Blade Runner movie. I am a big fan of Blade Runner 2049, but it kind of felt like that watching Reminiscence. Like, the pacing in this movie is like Blade Runner, and I was just really bored watching this movie, if I'm being completely honest. Unfortunately, though, there are certain character moments that really aren't explored that often, and I kind of felt disappointed that we didn't get ending to character resolutions, and I cannot stand when movies do that. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts on Reminiscence, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this movie, definitely hit that like button. Consider clicking that subscribe button. I review movies every week on this channel. I also do ranking videos, live Q&As. If you love movies, you're in the right place. Hit that like and subscribe button. Come join this awesome community. Reminiscence is a movie that had potential to be an intriguing story, but the story just makes you want to go on a nearly hour-long nap. That's how I felt watching this movie, if I'm being completely honest. It really didn't keep my attention most of the time. I powered through it, and it's just not a good movie. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Reminiscence a C-. There you have it, guys. That was my thoughts on Reminiscence. What did you guys think of this movie? If you saw it, did you love it, think it was okay, or did you absolutely hate it? Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!